Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ahmadiyah Shakur. So in May of this year, I read a story about a 36-year-old melanated woman who had been found chained up inside of an abandoned home in Chicago. This was at the 119th block of South Eccleston in the West Pullman area. Now she said that she had been taken there by a man that she was familiar with, and this man was also melanated. Now mind you, she said that she had been there for days and she was starving, she'd been tortured and beaten and brutally and viciously assaulted. Now, this man was never caught, so I got to thinking, whoever this person is has likely done this before and will likely continue to do these things. So I started doing some research, and I found out that since 1999, from 1999 to 2018, in fact, there have been 75 murdered women in Chicago. Now, most of these murders were committed on the south and west sides of Chicago. 24 of those cases have been solved, but there remains 51 cases of murdered melanated women that are unsolved. Now, looking at the evidence of the cases, it seemed like a pattern to me, and that likely there was a serial killer at work. All of the women have been strangled. They were all found either completely nude or partially disrobed, found in open areas or outside areas like abandoned homes or alleyways. So I teamed up with Mr. Thomas Hargrove. Now, he's a criminologist who founded a nonprofit called the Murder Accountability Project, and this is what he had to say. Now, Mr. Hargrove told me that he also thinks that this is the work of a serial killer, or possibly 2 to 3 serial killers. I happen to think that there's likely 2, or that there was at least 2. You see, we both think that one of the killers is in prison, because Thomas Hargrove also told me there was a man arrested in 2014 in Indiana for 7 murders of melanated women that he committed over a period of 10 months. One of the women that he killed was actually Caucasian, but all of the women that he killed were strangled, and they had all been sexually assaulted, and they were usually found disrobed completely or fully nude. So this man's name is Darren Dion Vaughn, and he's currently serving a life sentence, but he did in fact confess to numerous of these murders. Now, admitted serial killer Darren Dion Vaughn has said that he's killed women in California, Detroit, Illinois, Indiana, North Carolina, and Texas. He's currently in prison for 7 murders over a 10-year period, as I said. But also, he was caught when he killed 19-year-old Africa Hardy at a Motel 6 in Indiana. The police tracked her phone to find her dead body at the hotel. And when they arrested Mr. Vaughn, he had in his possession several pieces of key evidence, including her phone. But the rest of these women, their cases remain unsolved, and no one knows what's going on, and they get little to no media coverage.